Thank you, Excellency the President, for allowing me to be the President of Ghana for the next 30 minutes or so.
And so one day I was in Accra, I got a call. It says, Otumfour wants you in Malaysia. Who am I to refuse? So I got up and went. And when I went, I said, hey, only I say, Professor Bill say, Beye, nabe de chain, nabe de vice president, I will say there be. Hey, oh boy.
As a former college shows. I have also a plan, so your ideas. Now, implementation. Sika, and then implementing them far. John Dramani Mahama, the president of the land. Papa ne say our confession be meki. And right after say, Oshia, Yera, Otumfuo Osei Tutu II. Na Jubilee House no ana say onka se mi share Ghana for in 2012 na Professor Mills ever back abe contested the general election in the ticket of the NDC so we win Frank no abe the president of the land no Osman Penifo mo ba nfi say o the vice presidential candidate no say my we internet me say parliament men ko biu no me pese me free policy na me koye me farming or the common information the coin Professor Miss Antiase or sasuma mpenifo akuku dam foforo samo sanko nkantere abanante ne say mihia no obaye no sase o de bi still na no me se minti menye also o one day okoduru aka na call sun ya say Otumfuo Osei Tutu II Otumfour Asantehene na ura se ohian awo manhia bra akora one won komo ana say na Otumfuo afro de obeda nka se wonko ene ni ofa flight na fa koduri fa ka koduri Otumfuo se o Mahama na wona mate se o mo se be vice presidential candidate o so wonye no o se ha men ka sa ka wona tum me mra na me chele me fili wo London I do say yes, Mrana so say me na me bi di akunya. Uga se na me nya me freedom anka me mpe. Se maba amamre na amani a chekere me na me ye me ho hwe yi. But me ba ye me so me man. And say, "Oh my friend wa, untimi nka baby. Then you are not patriotic." Ndi ko ka kire opani se wadi atum. Na me medical kwa ko no. If so nkra no, ankra to de nkra no beto me. Se me kan kire wo. Yanko ponfa ankrato kransie yi enti me kwa go ka kire ne se wadi atum wadi pini so beye on say nana no krande me no one time pe me ko we no so we ni afan we ni so afan me de ne se ba ko 4 years new year me wie on say se obey ni one day kura na yes wadi atum after one day no dey aka na ye be ka to aso o say eno and the man or not John Dramani Mahama about the vice presidential candidate. Unfortunately enough, one touch and a part to part umwini here from 2012. I'm for say he's the luckiest man on earth. In fact, the luckiest Ghanaian ever to ever lived. After say all retire from politics, na you convince no eteki Otumfuo no convince no man be jitu no. One touch part dinabama no be vice president from vice president straight. Unfortunately, the boss, John Dramani Mahama, but twice so be president for 1 year. Every year, and just 1 year, a year campaign. And my Ghana force Jina Sutuaba, even though now the boss at time 2012 to 2016, now a month for say I said 2008 rather to 2012, a month for say in the economy name but still you are so the Tuaba man from 2012. Emane benya to 2016 yanko nenko te di ono aka ye kwan a ofa so ebe vice president, a president for 1 year, a president for 4 years, and now the second coming as a president for Ghana.
The first time Professor Mills sent Bafuboni of blessed memory and a team to come and tell me that he wanted me to be his running mate. And at that time, I had made my plans to leave politics. So my response was, no, I won't do it. So later he sent Ato Ahoy and Totobi Kwachi and Kwamina to come and ask me to accept to be his running mate. Again, I said no. And so one day I was in Accra, I got a call. It says, Otumfuo wants you in Malaysia. Who am I to refuse? So I got up and went. And when I went, I said, hey, only I say, Pastor Ambil say, Beye, nabi de che, nabi di vice president, I will say there be. Hey, oh boy. He says, when your country calls you, you can't refuse. He says, I was sitting in London somewhere, and my kingdom called me to come and be Otumfour. You think I don't want to enjoy the free life that I had to do it, so you cannot refuse. So he said, okay, I'm going to South Africa, I'm going to meet President Mills. When I come to Accra, I want your response, because I promised him I'll bring a response. So when Otumfour came to Accra,
na Otumfuo say ene ma me so me fa kwanya we so na me so me na unua ketwa Ibrahim Mahama se na onu ntira me ba Prince ohene ba nana kwaku dua eso ene ode ne hwanwura minings mu ohwe onu Sam Jonah omo ana mentor na titiri Ibrahim Mahama mentor me ba Prince ohene ba nana kwaku dua. Don't forget to say Papa your friend Ibrahim Mahama said, time unya sika pa wa Ghana under the leadership of John Kufuor. There was a time be na among for room or time be my particular say Kufuor say ne papa say Kufuor na mu and ne bakura ne abrante your friend Ibrahim Mahama. Now ne Ibrahim Mahama Mahama yere koye dede and the Ghana for ne come as in the among for say there's a close relationship and any say Kufuor so didiko ahimfie. Aha, and you hear, despite Automobile Museum, yeah, was a Kufuor, ne the Otumfuo Osei Tutu II. Omotiwa mu na she wa kuche student ba kuche African we no mudin komo kama. Inti dono na so ho. Inti say Mahama so enim. Say some point in time Ghana for ne yanui. You can say Otumfuo Osei Tutu II or ye NDC ni kanka bra. John Mahama in 2012-2016 one opinso ekosa yenti obia leduluma numie yankaso indisini yankaso yeno kra ha so fokuni se so nkra se kotokona kra ene dia no konsa nyakotokuni Ghana kaso nti yanko tie de opinso kai na owie no o de to aso ka se oda President John Dramani Mahama say for 30 minutes here di nanimi wamana be the president emum no onye Otumfuo Osei Tutu II edema Asantehene mom biu ne mom no Ghana ni na wa president for 30 minutes amafo say nana o de nsembebo say ya na o ya ma for to be man wi but if say the lighter note nti Ghana for ya munya say mo de kom ye serious ano kom nti bibia na ma for the serious bibia na ma for the serious enye bibia na for the serious yenko tie open so Otumfuo Osei Tutu II esema also kan edema Ibrahim Mahama ene di okafa Ibrahim Mahama ne Sam Jonah so ene kwan fa so da John Dramani Mahama so.
Thank you, Excellency the President, for allowing me to be the President of Ghana for the next 30 minutes or so. Thank you very much for the honor. My son, who is organizing this mining in motion, was trained by his uncle Sam Jonah and his brother Ibrahim Mahama. So they trained him, looked after his school and everything, and then I see the reason why he's into mining is that Ibrahim influenced him.
As ka from man na call short no, enti minu mi enu ya papa omo classmate ya from sekan aso no ene a friend say kubeni anoma yi ebe ye ni yesi ye wu sie so a onche ni nyini na anu ye nche kra na president John Dramani Mahama ne ba Sharaf Mahama or organize a boxing tournament kakraka akwa na mani che no bebe wo na mani che no bebe wo dia me say me organize a show for 10 kra ma boys abedin akwa na organize a boxing tournament amu ya gbo wie na anu ya yi so Otumfuo Osei Tutu II ne ba Prince Oheneba nana kwakudua so organize summit a wonya president na mutim Ibrahim Mahama mutim Sam Jonas mutim atuku dam ne atichirufuo tim we as ne bi beja bi nsetani na anya pe ehia wansu ehia wansu ansere so pa so bi bo dua de ene nka mo nka so kotingu ba pa so di hia bi bo dua de ene se ne nka wu ye kra nka fa so waso ehia de mo bi kra mo atamfo ehia nya aska for more call shots ehia for so plans so your ideas na can implementation sika ene di implementing dem fa thankfully and hopefully way naked truth on Oboga Trends. And you know, Maxi Billion. Make sure say over like over share now or commenting or comment section as but before that, make sure say over subscribe and the mama come ewo honum. Otumfuo Osei Tutu II. Neba Prince Ohineba Nana Kwakudua mining summit. Akukuda mewo Ghana na Kobe. Now president of the land John Dramani Mahama my Ghana for what say how we are lucky and grateful. How when we say prayer we should say one for Otumfuo Osei Tutu II. Because enyo nuntia enka odia sempa nabo 24-hour economic ente enka abampapa ba o kayente enka ni na kayente nka dollar na ye say free 1716 abedu 10.27 no enka rank ye hu enka nafu na ye say atete abedu 12 cedis 27 pesos no enka rank ye hu enka na Ghana fo ni giaje se kanoforiata yetimi ye de interpol fortune ze twem ene ye be gem eno nka ye hu enka na ye hu se chama huntumi na no betima ye lem onante na okọ fafa asa de oba beto from enka ye hu enti ene Ghana for happiness and then work and happiness no no proudly sponsored by John Dramani Mahama kan ketesi Otumfuo Osei Tutu II out no in 2012 man je penny ye so mu say obeye Frank friends obey deputy vice president and the party friend of the NDC and nti and yehu na the second time president edema Ghana the Republic of Ghana nti pepepe nti Otumfuo actually to me John Dramani Mahama so Otumfuo frewa o say ni hwan ka dey bi